Hi, I'm Mandie Bridge. I'm a life coach and IEMT practitioner. Yeah, there's all sorts of wafty bollocks out there now about what a life coach is. I qualified as a coach in 2004 after coming out of the weight loss industry because I got fascinated by the psychology of change and, more significantly, why people made changes and then didn't stay changed. We all know that only 5% of success with weight loss is made permanent. So that's what started me off, and the qualification then was diploma. It was distance learning, so I had to send letters and get letters back through the mail. And now you can become a life coach by signing on to an online course for 25 quid if you want. But I like to think I qualified when life coach meant something. Well, the IEMT practitioner side of my practice now is the main part. IEMT is Integral Eye Movement Therapy, developed by Andrew Austin, and it's a rapid change therapy. And by that, what it does is a 95% success rate at helping people to change the way they respond to situations and change the way that they remember situations. And effectively what it does is desensitize them to any trauma so they can start to look back at those experiences and learn from them, but then be free of them to move forward into a future that they're in control of. So they're not constantly getting kidnapped and hauled back into past traumas and things that have happened. And it's massively effective. When I had that diagnosis and when I had that therapy, it changed my life, and I'm wildly passionate about it. Internationally, actually, I work internationally. I have clients in Mallorca, in California, in Thailand, but I've got a lot of remote clients and all over the UK. But I also have local clients as well who come through the door here, and I enjoy contributing to my little community here in Ellesmere, in Shropshire. I have a very straight talking approach, a very common sense approach. I'm warm, I'm kind, I'm compassionate, but I'm not wafty. I will call you out on your bullshit. So if this is what my clients love about me, and it's done with humour and it's done with kindness. But learning to laugh at yourself is one of the greatest things that you can do, and not take yourself too seriously. As I get to know clients, as I work with them, the longer I work with them, the more I get to know them. And they do get to the stage where they can actually hear me inside their head, and they know what I would say, and they start to call themselves out on their own bullshit. So yeah, that's very definitely my style. I won't tell you to go and realign with your chakras or go to a gong bath or anything like that. Because those are all marvellous ways to relax, but me personally, I don't believe that they are a major part of the healing process. Absolutely not. No, it's not. I have to be honest, when I started this, that was my demographic, much like myself, because they've been inspired by my weight loss journey, again, the 900th weight loss journey that I've had in my life. And having spent 6 years in the weight loss industry, I'm so bored of talking about weight loss. I'm so tired of it. I wanted to get into the background of that psychology of change, that change in mindset, where weight loss, if it happens, is a side effect of being happy and healthy, and that the priority is getting all your other ducks in a row, and then, oh look, I happen to have lost a bit of weight. Because middle-aged women that are overweight, their main enemy is cortisol, which is created by stress, and that tends to be the thing that they deal with most, as well as the menopause and all the other hormonal crap. Strangely, even though this was kind of my demographic when I started, my straight talking approach really appealed to men, also young men and younger women as well, and teenage girls. And so my youngest client was nearly 13 and my oldest has been 65-year-old man. Yeah, my clients are mixed, very mixed, and I'm really proud of that. The wonderful thing about IEMT is you don't need to talk about specific. When you get the males that go, oh, I don't want to go and talk about me feelings, this is great because you don't have to. All you have to do is connect with your feelings, and I move your eyes around. You're desensitised from your feelings, and then if you want to, it's much easier to talk about it. So that's been hugely successful, and yeah, I've got male clients. You'll see some of the testimonials shortly. All sorts of different shapes and sizes and ages, and I'm very, very proud of that. I think my greatest achievement is getting my own shit together and leading the life that I want to lead on my terms. On my fourth husband now, and I'm married to my first love now, so I'm hoping this is it. But 3 years ago, my last husband of 10 years suddenly dropped a bomb and decided that he didn't love me anymore, decided he needed to go off to allegedly find himself. And at that point, I was working, earning the main income here. I was working in an office with nice people, nice company, company car, and my instinct when he dropped the bomb was to resign and to go back to being my true self and not trying to be something that I wasn't for someone else who would pay me and give me the trappings of a good salary in the company car. I wanted to find out if I could do this for myself. I think that was probably the worst moment in my life, and there's been a few. That was definitely my biggest trauma. And it was that trauma that brought on a PTSD diagnosis. And I was dealing with all of this whilst trying to set up the business. But what took it into orbit was the IEMT, because having been a client, experienced the enormous release and how effective it was, that just fueled the passion for this incredible tool. 95% success rate at releasing people, helping to release them from trauma. It's outcome free, but what it does is it helps people let go of the past and then makes them so much more coachable for me to help them move on to the future that they want, because that's what I've done. And I've created a life that I love as a result of it. So I think that's my greatest achievement, to be exactly where I want to be when I want to be at this point in my life at 56, to help other people achieve the same goals. And I'm doing that every day. So it doesn't get any better than that.
It did me the world of favours going and seeing Mandie.
30 years of anxiety and of panic attacks have gone.
She's kind, considerate.
I think because Mandie's so down to earth, I think of her more as a friend than a counsellor.
She's straight talking, she's to the point, she's a great coach.
She is very approachable, very understanding.
You can turn tears into laughter.
I think her services are absolutely brilliant.
It's really helped my self-esteem and got me back on track towards the life that I'd want.
She's like a vessel of positive strength and confidence, which I could never really find anywhere else.
I feel totally different now.
She's also tenacious. She doesn't let things go. She will ask questions.
She's honest, she's authentic, she will give you what you need, not what you think you want. The two things are incredibly different.
And helps you to come to your own conclusions about what is best for you. She doesn't tell you what to do, it's helping you decide what's best for you.
Thank you for being so brutally honest with me when I needed it.
She's intuitive, empathetic, and absolutely takes no nonsense from you, so she'll make you confront any of the issues that you're running away from.
That still calls you out on your inconsistencies.
Thank you, Mandie.
Thanks, Mandie.
Thanks.
Would highly recommend her, she's done me the world of good.
Mandie Bridge, fabulous.
We only have one life. we only have one chance. And the thing that we all have in common is we start here and we end there. And it doesn't matter if you're all the way over here. If all of that's been shit, isn't it time you got your bliss? Haven't you worked hard enough to earn it? Life shouldn't be an endurance test. It should be an opportunity to find love, joy, bliss. That's what we're here for. And that's what, as a human, we're supposed to experience. Love and joy. When most of us spend our life in fear, because people don't change because they're scared. People become inactive because they're scared. Nothing happens when you're scared. And I can free people from that. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you here again next Sunday. Don't forget, I'm on Facebook Live 10 a.m. Mondays and Thursdays. And if you want to work with me one-to-one, 3 sessions, 2 weeks, 1 brave message. Bye.